What's up? It's Nicole. So I'm getting ready for work, and I was like, let me come on here and do a live stream so I can talk to you guys while I put my makeup on. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And this morning I wanted to talk about humility, ego, and passion, and how sometimes some of those things can get mistaken for someone being maybe too into what they're into themselves, or maybe too ego driven. But what I did was I went and looked up the definition of humility. And the definition of humility is a low outlook of one's own importance. So like basically, like, somebody doesn't think that everyone needs them, like a low view of one's own importance. So, in the program I'm in, to stay sober, I know that I cannot stay sober alone. Like, I need you guys. I need you guys to help me stay sober. Um, I need other people that are in recovery. I need addicts that are still in their active addiction. I need everyone. Like, it's a collective to help me, Nicole, stay sober. Um, and then when you work the 12 steps, a lot of times, well, first of all, when you start working the 12 steps, or you even try to get into any kind of AA related recovery, it says in the big book, it talks about how all of our reservations have to be smashed. And the leveling of our pride and ego has to happen, because if we don't, then we won't ask for help. If we don't let our pride and ego go to the side and admit we can't do this alone, and basically start from scratch like a newborn baby. Like, I'm basically like, yo, somebody teach me how to live, because I don't know how to live. Um, that's what it that's what you have to do when you start trying to get into working the 12-step program. And it happens slowly but surely, because when we start out as addicts, just in general, we're like super selfish and self-centered, and we're like, or at least I was really selfish and self-centered. It was like all about me. I needed everybody to know how I was struggling all my life. And now I know that other people went through the same thing I went through, and that a lot of the times, even though maybe somebody didn't do the same exact things that I did when I was in my addiction, doesn't make their experience less than mine, ever, ever. And I want to make that really clear, because I feel like sometimes maybe I come across like my addiction is like the master of all addictions. And I never want, ever, ever, ever to make anybody feel like that. Like, those are never my intentions. Like, I need you guys more than y'all need me. And that's the honest to God truth. Um, like, y'all are my support, and this is like my channel, and I'm like so happy that it's growing, and I'm so happy that I'm able to share like what I'm thinking with you guys. And that, so I wanted to take a look at my ego lately and see how maybe it's been flaring up. Because, you guys, just because I'm sober and I'm working the 12 steps doesn't mean like my ego come in sometimes and say, girl, you're the shit, you know? But honestly, like, I have such low self-esteem. A lot of the times it's not even ego, it's just defense mechanisms. Because confident in myself. I'm not confident in my sobriety. That's why I'm on medically assisted treatment, because I'm so scared that, I'll relapse. So I've stayed on it longer than probably I should, because I want to make I'm really ready when I get off, And I'm always second guessing myself, and I'm always like thinking, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough for my program? Am I doing enough bitch for you guys? Am I helping enough people? Um, because I know that without you guys and without helping others, that's only half my program. Like, I can't just be selfish and like take from the program. I have to give back, and that's what helps me stay sober, is helping others and getting out of my own head and getting into you guys, and getting into like giving back to y'all, and maybe, trying to help learn you guys about the program and learn you about the big book. And whenever I'm like teaching or like in my little role, it's because I'm super passionate about the recovery. And I've learned a lot from the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, but I've also learned that that book was written in 1930. And now with the opioid epidemic that's going on, a lot of the stuff in there, has changed, and we got to change with the times. But the main stuff, like about the disease of addiction, it's never going to change. Like, the disease of addiction is cunning, baffling, and powerful. It says in the big book. It will take you to death, jail, or institutions, or you're going to get sober, and I just know that humbling and myself and letting you guys know, like, hey, because I feel like I haven't let y'all know in a while how much you guys help me is really important for my recovery. You guys keep me sober, you guys and God, y'all help me stay on track. Y'all help me stay accountable. I know I can't come on here if I'm high. I know I can't, be MIA for a week without you guys calling me and harassing my ass. I can't isolate because you guys are going to come and say, hey, Nicole, are you okay? And that's what I want to be for you guys too. I want to be y'all's accountability partners too. Hold on. I feel like, I found my niche in speaking about, addiction and recovery. I feel like it's something that I'm passionate about for real. And I've never been passionate about anything like this, you guys. The last time I was passionate about something was when I was in high school and I was on the dance squad. I love to get down with the get down. I love to dance. It was my passion. But now that I'm sober, I've had to find a new passion, and I could probably go back to dancing, but I'm old and I can't get down like I used to get down. And so, this is like something that gets me excited. I get excited when somebody comes and says, like, I get what you're saying. I understand. Like, yes, that was me. I did the same thing. Or, oh, I didn't go that route, but I can relate to you in this way. That gets me excited as fuck. Like, I'm like, yes, okay, people are getting it. People are understanding, what I'm talking about. And that makes me so happy, because all I want to do is share my story with you guys. So that way, if you're in the same position and you haven't made those same mistakes I did, maybe you can hear something that I'm saying and it can click, and you can go, you know what? It's time for me to ask for help. It's time for me to stop thinking I got this and reach out. Because I did that for so long, you guys, and that's why I stayed sick in my addiction, because I wouldn't reach out for help. I wouldn't go to treatment. I, thought that I had been to treatment so many times that it wasn't going to work on me this time. And I thought that I was a lost cause. Let's just be real. I thought I was hopeless. I was hopeless. I didn't think I could recover because I had tried so many times to recover, And now that I'm actually like putting in effort, like this is the most effort I put into trying to stay sober my whole entire life. And I tried to stay sober for a lot of times. And this is the first time that I've ever been like, you know what? I want to be clean. I want to be sober. I want to be a part of society. I don't want to block out things anymore. I don't want to not feel how I feel. I don't want to, self-medicate and just do things to not be present. I want to know. I want to be in my son's life. I want to be a part of you guys' life. And I really need you guys. Like, I need you guys to help me, And if y'all see me struggling, or you see me and you think, hey, Nicole, I feel like you've been negative lately. You know, it's okay to talk to me about that. I'll never be angry at you guys. That's one thing that I've learned in my recovery is that, you know what, sometimes, you know, people are going to tell me things I don't want to hear. And, you know, sometimes I need to hear that, you know. For the longest time, if you told me something I didn't want to hear, I'll cuss your ass out. Or I would fight with you, you know, or I would try to bully you, you know, and not bully you in a bad way, but like, you know, raise my voice and scare you off because I'm not a fighter, y'all. I'm a lover. But I would use like defense mechanisms about mouth to try and deter people with me from confronting me. And today, like, I'm open to change. I'm open to suggestions. If you see me struggling, you know, you just got to let me know. Hey, Nicole, I'm concerned about your well-being. You know, lately here I've been dealing with grief. My friend Ashley passed away through suicide, and me and my friend Heather and Adam, we had a memorial service for her, and that was like really hard for me, you guys. It was hard for me because I have a family who loves and supports me so much, and I don't even know what I would do without them. I have a family that loves me so much and supports me in everything. Were they there for me through my addiction? My parents kicked me out when I was 18. You guys, I'm just with you. They kicked me out when I was 18, and they gave me like boundaries and told me like, if you're not going to get sober, you can't live here. If you're going to get sober, we don't want you around. You know, we don't want that. We don't do that. So I didn't get sober for a long time. So I didn't go around my family for a long time. There was time I would increments of sober time, like a couple months here and there, and I would go over for family functions, you know, like Thanksgiving or Christmas, and then there was other times where I would lie and I would go over for family functions like or Christmas, and I would be high and embarrass myself, you know, in front of my mom and dad. And that, I'm so ashamed of that deal, you know, like, what a piece of work, you know. But I know today, like, I'm just so blessed to even have a family that would, like, even, like, want to fuck with me now after all the shit I did. When I was in my addiction, you know, I was just a little shithead. I was just so selfish, you guys. And that's what addiction is. It's like selfish. Always been that. I really, really stand strong on the fact that I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Everyone. And I'll even let you screw me over a couple of times. You know, trying to get you, help you. Like, once you burn me so many times, I gotta let you go. And I'm not gonna give you another chance, you know? That's just because I know how people are, and I know how people will take advantage, you know, because I used to do it, you guys. I used to take advantage all the time. I want to help people that want help. I want to help people that are willing to change, that want to hear a message of hope and recovery, that want to learn about their disease. Because I know, y'all, I study the disease of addiction just so I can talk to you guys about it. And that is something I really enjoy doing. I love learning about the brain and how the disease of addiction affects my brain, and how, you know, I'm still going through post-acute withdrawal from all the drugs I did before, and then I'll go through it again when I get off Suboxone. Like, I know, you guys. Like, I know that, you know, I'm going to have to go through a period of change when I get off Suboxone. But I also know that when I was on dope and I was shooting dope every single day, dude, I could walk. I'm surprised that I can even, like, real talk, I was like mentally retarded. Like, I would be walking around. This is so embarrassing. I would just be walking around with my mouth going sideways, all this and that, and talking to myself. I mean, I've told you guys the stories of people that weren't even there, and people would see me like that. I am a miracle, and I know that. I'm a miracle to be alive, not to be sober, to just be alive. Because when I was in my addiction, I almost killed myself, going into a coma for 7 days. And it just, you guys, I'm telling you, and I'm sure, I know some of you guys have been through the same thing, and maybe some of you haven't. That doesn't make your addiction less than. What it does, it just makes, like, the severity of my situation at that time, to me, was very severe. You know what I mean? Now, your situation, it's all situational, and how, your situation might have been the severest it could have been for you. It's just all different in how, we handle things and how our lives were. I didn't have a job and stuff because, well, I just lost all those. I'll tell, and if you guys want me to, I'll share a story time with you guys this afternoon of all the jobs I've been fired from because of my addiction. And then you guys can learn a little bit more about, how I rolled when I was out there. And maybe that will help y'all understand a little bit more. Because I want you guys to know that, like, whenever I'm talking with you guys, I'm coming from a place of just, like, love, and a place of where I'm just, like, so grateful to not be dead. And I'm so happy to be alive and to be able to make videos, and that people actually want to listen to my videos. Like, I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. That, like, gets me so excited. Like, even my friend Bobby Day, he texted me last night, and he was like, girl, you're getting down with these videos. And it's like, yeah, because I'm excited to share my life with you guys. I'm excited to tell you guys my story times. Like, this gets me pumped up, you guys. And I just can't wait till I get a real camera. When I get a real camera, y'all are fixing to freak out. I'm fixing to have editing. I'm fixing to learn how to do everything. We're going to have high-tech stuff going on in here. Y'all, we're going to have videos like you ain't never seen before. I'm going to start asking people to come on the channel and guest to tell their stories. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Anyway, I got to get this eye look finished up. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that a little bit. I love you guys. You guys, I need y'all. I need y'all. Okay? If you don't forget anything, know that. I need you guys. I need you. So thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.